What's going on, you all? Welcome back to Renegade Gaming. Today we're here with my brother Weston and Royce once again. Those of you who listen to our talk about eFootball, that's where Royce was. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Warzone, a game that we've all played extensive hours on, and why it has gone downhill and is pretty much unplayable. Okay, first things first, I'm going to talk about my origin with the game. I started playing Modern Warfare when it first came out back in, I want to say, November of 2019. I played it up until probably February. Then in March they came out of 2020, they came out with Call of Duty Warzone. Call of Duty Warzone is interesting because at the beginning it was so innocent. It was such an innocent game and everything like that. No one knew what they were doing. Everyone had to get better at the game over time from playing hours and hours of it. Nowadays, you have streamers who play 8, 9, 10 hours a day and they have mastered the game. Me, on the other hand, I used to have been able to play for that long, but then there came a point where it started taking its toll on me. Mentally, strictly because of how people played the game, whether it was campers or whether it was just people in general who were so weird about how they played the game, right? Now, it's turned into a hacker zone. It's not even Warzone anymore, it's hacker zone, okay? And I'm going to have Royce explain his origin story with the game, and Weston, of course, at the very end, which is going to be pretty soon, actually, because it's going to be in the next few minutes. He's going to talk about how Warzone is now, because he is the one who's played the most. He's literally played more than me, Royce, and my brother Victor probably as well combined, because he loves battle royale games and he's consistent with them all. He plays Apex, played Fortnite, he's played Realm Royale, he's played a little bit of Hyperscape with me and Royce. But yeah, yeah, that's about it. Royce, I'm gonna take it to you. You go ahead and you talk about what you feel like has happened in Warzone, and then we will head over to Weston and we'll circle back around onto me. Okay, so go ahead, Royce.
Yeah, for sure. As you guys know, I was in the Pez or
Yeah, 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 hey,
eFootball rant, pretty much completely just destroying that game. If you haven't seen that, you better after this video, go and check it out because we talked about some interesting stuff about the future of sports games and things like that. So you don't want to miss that. But check that out after this. Um, in the To continue on though. I started playing Warzone, actually, no, Modern Warfare also when it first came out in November. I played up until November, actually, because I ended up getting an Xbox One and then I lost all the data and things like that and I couldn't play it. So I played up until November, till November practically. Moved over to Warzone in March when that first came out, when it was, as Dom said, all innocent before when everybody pretty much didn't know what they were doing and it was just chill. Um, since then, it has been one of the most frustrating video games I've ever played, tied with FIFA and Rocket League. And I raged a lot at Rocket League. Don't judge me because I know a lot of y'all played that game, but it's just not for me. Warzone, though, it started out very good up until I would say about summer or fall of 2020. I really enjoyed playing Warzone. It would just be me, Dom, Weston, and Mr. BBK6. Check him out as well. We would just play like every night, literally like every night, and it would just be the best experience. We would get like top 10 finishes. We'd have like funny moments. It was literally the best. But over time, for some reason it just started to decline. You see hackers, you see people only caring about, well, guys, this is the new meta. No, 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 this is the new meta. Oh, no, 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 but this is the new meta, and it's just a complete cluster. You know what? It's a complete mess. So eventually, one thing led to another. I got pretty pissed playing the game, and I said, I'm done. After I think 4 weeks ago today, when we're recording this video, I uninstalled it. After 3 games of playing it, I just got pissed and I just uninstalled it, and I haven't played it since. So yeah, in my opinion, right now, none of the battle royales are good, including Warzone. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna hand it over to Weston.
All right. So, um, Warzone, in my opinion, is just a cesspool of toxicity, rage, and frustration. I originally started when the Battle Royale mode first came out. I played probably about 3 games and then uninstalled the game. I came back later, a season later, in season 3. That's when I was getting into the game. I was really liking it. It was pretty fun, balanced. It wasn't even about the win, it was just about having fun. Like, it was the most fun I had playing Warzone. Season 4, um, it was the same thing, pretty fun. Um, the changes were minimal, but the game was still fun. Season 5, that's when I just went off playing the game every day for extensive hours. Mainly Modern Warfare because, Warzone was still very hard at the time. Very hard to get a win. Season 6, um, all I played was Search and Destroy. Um, it was really fun, talking trash to everybody in the lobby. And then Warzone, the integration season 1 came. The DMR was, the meta. Warzone was pretty out of control. Um, Still fun. Season 2, um, I was having fun, playing with my team every day for long hours. I wouldn't say it was healthy, but, it's all I did. Then I unfortunately lost my account. Uh, Now I'm playing on a new account, season 3. Um, Not gonna lie, it started going very downhill around season 2. It lost its magic touch. It wasn't fun anymore. It became like people were playing like it was a $300,000 tournament. Um, there were quite a bit of hackers in season 3. Not as much as now though in season 4. It's a hacker every game. The campers are out of control. The toxicity. It's not fun anymore. It's a competition that just completely eliminates the factor that it's a game and you're supposed to have fun. Um, I have over what I have 77 days on Warzone. Um, it's emotionally draining. You just don't want to play it anymore because of all the players, all the glitches, all the hackers, and uh, another thing, unlock all tools. People just paying $25 to get every camo in the game. Um, Dom here, he got Damascus not too long ago. And then, there's just players running around who paid $25 to have everything in the game and flexing it on everyone like they worked hard for it. Um, yeah, Warzone just isn't the same. It's not good. It's not fun. So many changes to it that just makes the game unplayable, unfun. Yeah.
So main thing is this, okay? Why we're even doing this video to begin with, this sort of podcast like commentary, is because at the end of the day, okay, exactly what I told Royce. I'm at a place in my life personally, right, where I don't want to play a game that's going to stress me out. When I come home from work after working for 12, 13 hours, I don't want to come home and play a game that's going to stress me out after working all day. You know what I mean? So when Weston said, yeah, I was doing a Damascus grind and everything for about a month and a half, right? Actually working towards the weapons, and then I keep hopping into lobbies with people who pay $25 whether it's in Warzone or whether it's in multiplayer, you could use the Damascus in either one. It doesn't matter. Seeing people who have Damascus who didn't even work for it, that pissed me off. And literally, what I told myself is after I completed the Damascus, that's it. That's it. There's nothing left to do. There's nothing left to work for me on Modern Warfare or Warzone for that matter. Because see, and again, I go back to the fact that I mentioned this before. I said this real simple, like at the beginning of this recording. I said, I don't have time to be doing what Weston's doing. You know what I mean? I don't have time to be doing what these professional players are doing. And that's playing all day. I don't. You know? So for someone who's a casual, Warzone, as Weston said, is a cesspool for toxicity. It's a cesspool for anxiety. It's a cesspool for stress. It's a cesspool for depression. It's all these different things that add into one culmination of this is negative. Like, why am I doing this to myself? And again, like Weston said, like Royce said, it's just really annoying, you know, having hackers in the game. It's annoying. It's stressful. It's sad. And it's depressing. The last time I truly played Warzone was that video you all saw of us trying to have some damn fun, playing with trucks, okay? Driving around Verdansk. And then, boom, we get beamed out of our damn trucks. And as soon as Weston got beamed out of the truck, I'm like, okay. Then I got beamed out right behind him, and I was like, oh, no, this is something different. Granted, it's funny now, yet in that moment, I was genuinely pissed. Literally, in that video, if you go back and watch it, I had to blur out a bunch of cuss words because all of us were saying the F word. All of us were pissed off, okay? Like, we didn't like where it was at. We didn't like where Warzone was at, and that was in Season 3. It's Season 4, and like Weston said, he's running into hackers almost every game. Like, that's an issue in his lobbies. Granted, I believe Weston has, like, now Weston, you can correct me if I'm wrong, 1.4, 1.5 KD, bro. Like, that's really good. And when you're running into lobbies with hackers who most oftentimes have 3.0 KDs, 4.0 KDs, that's a problem. Like, that's extremely a problem. Now, many people will say this, right? Well, if you're a casual, you shouldn't be playing it. Nah, that's not how games work, guys. Like, come on now. Like, if that was the case, I wouldn't play certain games because I'm a casual, right? Why I play story mode games is because I'm a casual gamer nowadays, right? Is I don't have enough time in the day to grind out a game and play it all day and just, you know, unlock stuff and do all these little things. But I also just don't want to feel stressed. And see how Weston's feeling right now, how me and Royce have been feeling for years playing FIFA, that's how we feel. It's literally, now here's the thing that Royce and Weston probably don't know. Now maybe Royce knows, I don't think Weston knows this, but literally I, at one point, was playing FIFA, okay, no joke, 8-9 hours a day, man. Like, that's a problem. Playing Ultimate Team of all things, right? Playing that game like my life depended on, like Weston said earlier, like they're playing for a $300,000 tournament. Like, what the hell is this, dude? It's a video game. But see, here's the issue. It stops becoming a video game once you start adding money to it, right? Esports, for example. Once you start making a game competitive that way in cash prizes and stuff, that's when all the casual nonsense goes out the window. Because you get bleeped over every single time. So here, back to my story about FIFA. Is when I was playing FIFA, I loved the fact that I could play all day. I could just grind out the game. When I woke up, when I came home from work. When I woke up, when I came home from work. The same consistent pattern. 3 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the evening. You see what I'm saying? And I got to a point in the game where I had basically mastered what I needed to master. Except, here's the one thing. I was getting beat more often than I was winning because there was the paid to win factor. Now, many people are probably like, well, COD doesn't have paid to win. You can say that all you want, but then you realize when you think about the Rose skin, right? Now, granted, obviously no one could have knew that Rose was going to be no pun intended, as black as she was. Okay, like let's be honest. Let's be honest. Like nobody could have predicted that, right? But then after the rose skin either is nerfed or the map is brighter or whatever the hell they did, right? Then there's another black skin. And when I say black skin, I'm not actually saying like black physical skin. I'm saying black outfits. How about that? Black outfits, right? Where you can just purchase this thing and you have a competitive advantage because you can literally hide in a dark corner, right? And play that way all day, hide in a dark corner and wait for someone to go past you and kill them. So, yes, I've been trying to fight with that factor of, well, COD's not paid to win, which in a way, it's still not paid to win. It's certain aspects of it, though, that are there if you buy the Battle Pass every season, right? So my big thing was not being stressed out anymore, not stressing. And I'll give you another example that I told Royce and Weston before I even started this, right? Is I literally told them straight up, hey guys, I literally didn't play the game anymore purposely because of that stress factor, right? I got on a couple weeks ago, probably 3 weeks ago, right? To play casual buyback solos, right? As we know, though, solos is really bad, okay? But I got on and said, you know what I want to do? I want to just, sit back, relax, want to try to get my shot back, right? Because everybody knows, especially shooters, when you don't play them for a while, you lose your shot and your feel to the game, okay? Hop onto buyback solos, and next thing I know, drop in, minding my own business, playing the game. Run up some stairs, minding my own business. And I have proof because my mom was actually sleeping at the time, but then she woke up. And then she watched it as well. And literally told me, here are the hidden factors. Here's the hidden factors, how people play this game so strategically that they're literally playing it like their life depends on it. So I go into this house, minding my own business in solos, okay? Not expecting anybody to be upstairs. But as we know, you go upstairs in the game, you get clapped. You get your cheeks completely clapped, okay? And there's nothing you can do about it either because they have the advantage of seeing you before you see them, especially if they are a Milsim skin with a black outfit or a rose skin with a black outfit. So, no worries. I'm like, that's COD at its finest. People hiding in buildings, right? So, I get into the gulag. Win the gulag. I'm like, yes, that's nice, man. Let's go. I won the gulag. I got my first kill of the day. Damn, I'm feeling good. Then, I drop back in, okay? I can't make this up, guys. I drop back in. I go into another house, a completely random house across the map, okay? Grabbing ammo along the way, all that. Drop into the house. Walk up the stairs, and there's another person just sitting in the damn darkest corner in the map, sitting there with a shotgun. And after that, and after I got killed for the second time, I'm like, I'm going to get off now. I'm going to get off before I start raging. So I literally got off and played Assassin's Creed. But all that to say, that shouldn't be how games are, man. Like, at the end of the day, we play games to have fun. Weston plays games to have fun. Royce plays games to have fun. Victor, my other brother, plays games to have fun. I play games to have fun. At least I try to. And when we see Call of Duty, where it's pretty much getting, like, exploited in so many ways, but that's what happens, though, right? When you add a PC cross-platform inside the mix of consoles, there's going to be hackers, always and forever, once you add PC, right? Which I understand that, but at the end of the day, man, it's a video game. Like, come on. It's a video game, and the fact that you are sitting there enjoying yourself, glued to people, right? Headshotting them all day, every day, and you got like a 90% headshot accuracy, right? That's a hacker. Anybody over like 45%, maybe even 40% headshot accuracy is hacking. Like, pros are at like 25%, like maybe 30. But once you see like, oh, this person's hacking, yeah, He's beaming you out of your truck before you even see him. Like, how's that possible? You know what I mean? So, but all that to say, I mean, at the end of the day, it's Warzone. It's a competitive game. I'm not sure what they're going to do at Vanguard. It looks pretty bleak for the future of Battle Royale and COD, but you never know. I mean, at the end of the day, I will still probably invest in that game and play the game to see how it is, but then, I don't know. Royce, Weston, do you guys have anything else to say about Call of Duty Warzone, or shall we wrap it up there? Because I'm tired, bro. Like, I'm tired of talking about shit games, bro, honestly.
Man, I kind of want to talk about, the developers themselves.
Yes, bro, go ahead. Oh, and I didn't even mention that. Actually, yeah, please, Weston.
Yeah, literally, they just, they turned into, like a good, game developing company, adding these, nice features, nice updates, to just becoming money hungry and putting these, pay to win cosmetics in the game, and then just adding these weird factors into, gunfights and just stuff like that. They nerfed pretty much every gun in the game in the new update just to lower or increase the time to kill because people were dying too quick. If you have to do that, that's how you know your game is in, a horrible state where you have to nerf every gun in the game for gunfights to last longer.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%, Wes. And, Royce, what would you like to say, brother?
No, listening to what you were saying was literally pain when you're talking about that the dude chilling up there.
I'm literally minding my own business, trying to have a fun time, bro. See, here, real quick, Royce, prior to you making your point, okay? Here, all I want to say is this. If that's what you're doing on a Tuesday night, is sitting in a corner like a little rat, okay? Then you do you, but at the end of the day, genuinely, I'd rather get shot in the face by someone who I'm looking at, right? Who literally, hey, it's a proper 1v1 fight. Nobody has high ground or anything like that. Than lose to someone who's sitting and waiting till final circle in the building from the first circle. What the... Man, get out of here.
It's...
Yeah, no... It's one of those things, and guys, once again, it's not like me being one of those guys who, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. Hey, you guys don't know what you're talking about or anything like that. Guys, I've played practically every massive battle royale I played when it first came out. I played, not PUBG when it first came out, but I played PUBG. I played Fortnite when it first came out. Played Apex when it first came out. I played Warzone when it first came out. Played a little bit of Hyperscape. Played Realm Royale. I played all these Battle Royale games. We've all played all those Battle Royale games, I think, with the exception of PUBG for the other two. But it's one of those things when it comes to camping and COD, and I think, it's been in every COD camping, but in this COD, you can camp in the wide open now. How do you camp in the wide open? Here's a little story of those three games, and I'm not gonna make it really long because it's really short as well. So I'm playing COD, of course, land in, whatever. I picked the most random location. There's no way. It's one of the first stops. Nobody was dropping in at the first stop, right? Correction, I was wrong. I loot a couple buildings, picked up a most wanted, tried to look for the guy, found out he was in a gas station. I saw his body peeking through the what's it called? Little building because he was glitched. The game was glitching through, which is another problem in the game as well. So I'm waiting for him, right? I was wait, I could shoot him through the wall. So I tag him a bit through the wall. And then all of a sudden I'm getting shot at. I said, wait, what? From my back and in front as well. I was bro, wait, what? And then I die. I look up, right? A dude chilling on top of the gas station, the main gas station building, lying down, waiting for me. It was a bounty on a bounty. Dude was literally chilling on top of the gas station camping. Even though he could have easily went into the other building where the other dude was in. He knew he was in there too, and for some reason didn't kill him. I'm telling you, I nearly snapped at that point. This breaking point, I go downtown, right? Already a bad decision going downtown, but I was you know what? It's early in the game. People are probably camping. I could probably grab some stuff and get out of there real quick in a vehicle. No, it wasn't the case, actually. Instead, once again, somebody camping in the wide open. Dude comes from around the corner and then just beams me while I was literally trying to run across. Covered, by the way. Not. It's not like I was like running in the wide open, like, in like a grassy area with no buildings. No, there's buildings surrounding me in the most random location, and dude is camping in the wide open and somehow kills me. Like, bro, what is that? What is that? And then another thing, metas. You guys want to chime in on this once I'm done? Metas. Most video games have metas, right? FIFA has metas. 2K has metas. Fortnite probably has metas. I'm not really sure what the meta is in Fortnite. But COD has a meta at least once every update. You'll have AMAX's one day the meta, which they still haven't fixed apparently. AK might be a meta one day. M4 might be a meta one day. Then you talk about Black Ops guns. XM4 might be a meta one day. Now the C58's a meta. Now the MG82's a meta. Like, all these guns are just randomly metas. Like, how does it work? There was 2 or 3 times in the period of Warzone where it was actually balanced and you can use any gun. Any gun, literally. But for some reason, right, the dudes that who does it, Raven's the one who does it, the main stuff in terms of like updates and stuff. How come they can't easily fix that? Like, what happened? Why do you have to? I get you want to add a new gun or something like that, but what? You just don't test the game before you release it? You don't test the update before you release it? Wow. Like, that's like if you were to say Dom was editing this video, right? And then say he messed up on something. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to fix it. And he cuts out the wrong part. And then says, doesn't even watch it back to make sure he cut out the right part. It's literally practically the exact same concept. It's just in a video game where it's supposed to be fun and even, and everybody has some sort of, not at a competitive advantage, but are evenly matched. How are you going to continue to allow one gun to be more overpowered than the other? Everybody knows the MJ82. That was like the main one. Why was that so overpowered? I mean, it was fun to use, but then once you die by it, it's a problem. AMAX, fun gun to use until you die by it, and now it's a problem. All these guns are literally so overpowered for absolutely no reason, and it's an easy fix. If they did it before, they can do it again. It's really not that hard.
Yeah.
But the main thing, though, okay, the main thing that I had a problem with the entire Warzone cycle, and I still don't get to this day, is not only the fact that they merged the game so that now it's like 200 gigabytes, but the fact that you're making it Cold War, crossing it with Cold War. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Don't get me wrong. I know why they did it. Cold War is one of those games where, well, like I predicted, it didn't do very well in terms of longevity. It just didn't. I mean, Modern Warfare was the exact same way, but it was overall better experience than Cold War. So they had to do something, and the only logical thing to do was to integrate the games. But the problem was that is now nobody wants to play Modern Warfare because everybody has to catch up to the new Cold War meta. The ground loot's Cold War, the map's Cold War, the battle pass is Cold War, the bundles are Cold War, everything's Cold War. And the problem with it, though, is in a game that I think it's still called Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone. Why are you making it so that the Cold War guns are more overpowered than the Modern Warfare guns? It just doesn't make any sense. Why can't I play with Modern Warfare guns against Cold War guns and it's still even? Like, you could have, I guess, a gun that has slightly, a better chance of killing somebody than another person's gun. But the fact that one gun is going to easily, and it's going to be a Cold War gun, is going to easily outgun a Modern Warfare gun makes absolutely no sense. And just, the map is boring AF, by the way. Like, all three of us agree. Let me know if I'm wrong. Well, we all agree that when we first saw that Cold War Warzone map, we all said no. Because they didn't do anything to it. Yep. Well, guys, guess what? We removed the top off the stadium. As Weston likes to say, what do you want, metal?
And not only that, for ATC, we have a sniper lookout area about 200 yards away that you can't even see inside the ATC.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, only one way up, so you could just camp.
Well,
the door.
here's the thing about
Exactly.
that now, though. At least they added where you could use the zip line with all of your teammates at the same time. So one goes up, then
Yeah,
the
true.
second one immediately. You see what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's a good thing. But what the took them so long? Weston, please elaborate more. Please elaborate more on what has happened since me and Royce have stopped playing, please.
So after the
Oh, and guys, this is in the last 4 weeks, by the way. In the last 4 weeks, what has happened? So this isn't like 2 months ago. No, this is the last 4 weeks. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch on a few things, but they're not gonna be in order.
Okay,
So, after the update, they accidentally added a feature that everybody wanted, and then proceeded to remove it. Editing your loadout in the pregame.
Yes.
Everybody was like, "Yes, this is so cool, bro! I love this. Now I don't have to back out the lobby because my loadout, I messed it up." I came back 2 days later. It's gone. Supposedly what happened was you didn't have your loadout in plunder, so you spawn with a pistol and plunder, and then for 2 games there was this glitch where you spawned with your loadout in BR, and people were just dropping on each other, killing them, and then shooting them out the skies and stuff. It was just a big mess.
Here, could I add something real quick?
Okay, yeah.
Why does Raven, right? When they add something that people want, they remove it so fast, but then when it comes to stuff that nobody wanted, they take 10 years just to take it out?
Because they accidentally added it. They don't know what they're
they
doing.
accidentally did it, but if people are like, hey, you should keep this in the game, they should, they can do it, make an update so that we can keep it in the game. But no, instead, we're gonna make sure we nerf the AMAX again for the 15th billionth time, and then what's it called? Make an overpowered Colt War gun again. Like, oh my god. Go ahead though.
Another thing with the metas, in other games, metas are usually the best. Say in FIFA, the best card to use. Apex, the best gun to use, but it's not overpowered. It's just the best out of all the other weapons or cards or whatever. But in COD, the meta means it's completely overpowered, and it's going to give you a big upper hand in most gunfights, and it ruins the game. It makes it not fun. You just get beamed by the new gun or outgunned completely. It's just so weird, like how backwards Warzone is and how backwards it works. It's just no. It's just no.
Yeah.
Like the MG82 made me look like the greatest player on earth, bro. I swear.
Bro.
I dropped like what? I think like usually I average like 2 to 3 kills per game, which obviously isn't great. I'm not the greatest player, but I can like learn and watch by like how I play and how other people play. But I literally dropped like 7 or 8 kills that game. I think like 10 or 12, something like that. It was like an insane amount. I was literally just going off like on everybody with that NG82 gun. Like it just shows how, like Weston said, how backwards it is. How you can make players that are considered trash look like literal goats. Now you could just hack, and now obviously you look great. Like just buy a PC. Now you're the greatest Warzone player of all time.
That's facts. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. We are at a place in time where it's extremely difficult to continue to play stuff. That's just not fun for us. And why people are honestly even still playing Warzone is because, again, like I said in the eFootball recording, there's nothing to play. This has honestly, at least for me, has been the deadest summer of games I've ever experienced in my life. Period. Like, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to play. So we're stuck with FIFA. We're stuck with Warzone, Apex, Fortnite. We're stuck with these games because there's just nothing else going on, honestly. Like, nothing new. Hopefully next year Battlefield does come out with their own Battle Royale, because that would be fun because it's something different. Now, granted, will we live up to expectations? Obviously, we don't know that. But it's just so tiring. It's so tiring, like, trying to find something to play, but there's just nothing to play, you know?
Yeah. And it's not like one of those things like I call it the Roycey mentality, where pretty much if you don't like what's happening in that game or a certain game mode in that game, just don't play it. Like that's pretty much how I am. Just don't play it at all. Like, because originally I just complain about it. Like here, FIFA, for example, for the longest, I'd say, bro, FIFA's trash because of Ultimate Team. FIFA's trash because of Ultimate Team. FIFA's trash because of. Then why do you play it? Like, don't complain about it if you're going to continue to play
Exactly.
it. So I don't complain about it. I simply say, bro, I'm not playing it. Like, simple. Warzone, I'm not playing it. It's simple. And it's one of those things where Warzone, I can't say that, hey, I can't play this game mode anymore because it's trash. No, because they're not really, they're called game modes, but they all have the same concept. So you're not really escaping it. You can't escape the MG82 meta in a different game mode in Warzone. If you go to Battle Royale solos, okay, and then you switch to Plunder, somebody's going to use the MG82. Like, you just can't escape it. So it's either you don't play the game or you do play the game. And I chose not to play the game. So it's, and I was going to say something. I'm going to try to remember. But yeah, it's just one of those things where you can't avoid Warzone being trash, pretty much. Right. Plus, it's the fact that there's like no other battle royales. Like you could say Fortnite and Apex, but let's just be honest, nobody's playing those games. In my opinion, Apex hasn't been good since the summer of 2020. That's up for debate for some people, but the Fortnite is literally the exact same way. It's literally just full of a bunch of third parties. People, oh look, I could crank 90s. Let me just third party this other dude who's trying to fight this other guy real quick. Like, nah. Let me do what I'm trying to do. So Warzone is practically the only battle royale option, and it makes sense why some people play it. But then again, if you're gonna keep complaining, you might as well just boycott the game at this point. And I think a lot of people are, given the fact that based on the live player counts that we've seen from multiple different websites, it's not like one website we checked. Literally, there's not a lot of people playing. Like, you'll see Fortnite and Apex a couple million. And then you see Warzone, who has a few 100,000.
Yeah.
A few 100,000, not a few 100 million, no, a few 100,000. And they're supposed to have 100 million players. It just shows where the state of the game is at the moment. If they're not going to fix it, we have some serious issues. So with Vanguard, I think all of us were hoping that they do something with it. I have no hope for it at all, if I'm being honest. They're still probably going to find a way to mess it up. It's going to be like Advanced Warfare, probably, in terms of it's supposed to be like 2040 something or something like that. I don't really know the whole thing, but it's like if World War II never ended or something. So I don't have any hope for that game, if I'm being honest. I have no hype for that game, if I'm being honest. I don't care about Vanguard, if I'm being honest. I don't care about COD in general right now. If they come up with something, though, if they do, I'll probably come back on here, and Dom and I will probably, and Weston will probably do some sort of reaction or something to it.
100%.
But until then, bro, I'm not buying Vanguard. Like, I'm going to say it now. I'm not buying Vanguard. Until I see something different, something change, I'm not buying that game. Like, just straight up. Because I'm not going to deal with the same metas and other BS and then pay $70 for it. I'm not on Xbox where I can pay $60 and then be like, no, I'm paying $70 for it. 70, not 60, 70, $10 more. And you might be like, oh, wait, no, that's $10 more. It's not bad. No, it is bad. I paid $70 for FIFA.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, in that game, I barely played at all. I'll play it like a couple times a week. So the fact that I'm going to pay $70 to never play it again, nah, fam. Get out of here with that. Yeah. But go ahead if you want to say anything else, you guys.
Yeah. I really, bro, there's not much else to say. You know what I mean?
Touched all the...
Yeah.
points.
Knowing how they are and how they are when they create the games and everything like that, it's incredibly difficult to stay optimistic, right? Especially when,
Mm-hmm.
as we know, all they do it is for the money. Like they can,
Yeah.
as we saw with Pez, they can give two about the player base. They don't care. They don't
Yeah.
care. So at the end of the day, they're gonna do what they're going to do. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much all I have. I mean, at the end of the day, I appreciate Royce and Weston for sitting down, having this conversation with us today, because this is something that needs to be out there. Because see, all we see are the streamers, right? We see the Nick Mercs, we see the Tim the Tapman, we see the Jukies, the FIFA Kill, the Vicstars 123. We see all these massive streamers, the Z-Laners, all of them. But at the end of the day, why they're so good at the game is because they do that as a living. They do that as a job. Mutex even, who, he's been, in the news cycle for cheating allegations, everything like that, which wouldn't surprise me if a lot of these guys are cheating. Because, I mean, again, we go back to when you make a game where you can make money now all of a sudden by playing tournaments and stuff like that, that's when it goes downhill. That's when it goes downhill, because everyone's looking for a competitive advantage to make as much money as they can, right? We have Huskers, we have Jowu, we have Aiden as well. Like, all these guys who play this game for a living are being accused of hacking. Because at the end of the day, how can they aim so perfectly? How can they do... Guys, open your eyes. Some of them, yes, may be cheating. I do believe that. But some of them aren't. And why their aim's so precise is because they do this for a living. Like, here's the thing, right? Here. Why would we call someone like a LeBron James or a Kevin Durant, right? Oh my God. Why are they cheating? Bro, they're not cheating. They're better at what they do than any of us at what we do. And that's why they get paid millions of dollars. So with Warzone players, many of them who aren't cheating are better at what they're doing than any of us are at what we do. Period. Now, a lot of you all are probably like, well, that's not true. My feelings are hurt. No, they are. Because if you were that good at a game where you can literally lock onto people's heads because you have practiced that for literally years now, because it's been about a year and a half, then, hey, more power to you. That's your job. That's your living, guys. Like, honestly, that's their job. They don't do anything else except play Warzone. So you would expect them to be that good. But again, I go back to my example. That's like saying, why is LeBron cheating? Why is Kevin Durant cheating? Because he's been making all his shots. Fam. They're called professionals for a reason, man. Like, let's be honest now. Like, so with the cheating allegations, I get it. But at the end of the day, like, spend your time better. Like, you're really sitting there in people's chats and saying, well, he's cheating. Okay, and what the hell are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Literally, the same thing with hackers, though. The same thing with hackers. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. That's right. Nothing. Except click the report button and hope that they get reported. But other than that, I mean, that's it. That's it. So when we really sit down, guys, it's gotten to the point where players are so good at the game now that at this point, it's not worth it to keep putting yourself through the fire, Weston. It's not worth it to be putting yourself through the fire, people who keep playing this game. It's not. Because what are you achieving? Wins? Really? You can't even get a win now. Like, no.
And it's crazy because, like, you see the difference, and I understand why the cheating allegations and stuff are there. I think everybody does it, obviously. And I'm in full support. If they can catch some professionals cheating, bro, that'd be a bad look on COD and Raven and all of them, and they're gonna have to figure out how to fix that. And if one of them do get caught, well then big up to the people who caught him. But it's one of those things where I respect the players, like say like Vicstar, like Weston. Like, obviously Vicstar is a very good player, right? But then you see a difference between Vicstar and somebody like Z-Lander, who's literally slide canceling all around the map with his like maxed out FOV, literally sprinting across the entire map, literally running up into buildings all quick with Deddy, and then just like killing everybody in the building. Like you can see a difference between the two. Not saying that Zealander's cheating, but you can see the difference between an average player.
This. Here's why you see the difference, and trust me, I have researched all this stuff. It's because he's playing on a controller and Victor's playing on mouse and keyboard. So you can move like that on controller on PC. Like, literally, any of us could do it.
Yeah.
Royce, literally, this is something I told you a while back. When I wasn't able to play on my PC with my controller, then I hopped on the PlayStation 5. It's slow as hell, bro. It's slow as hell and looks slow as hell because of the FOV, and that's what makes the difference.
Yeah, and that's the big thing is the FOV. Most of the times, like, and I told Weston and Dom this, I haven't really died to the rose skin. Maybe it's just my lobbies, but for me, I just don't die to the rose skin for some reason. One time I did dive to the rose skin is because of my FOV. I went into a building towards the end of the game, didn't look to my left or my right, couldn't see through the peripherals, and just completely got beamed until I finally looked and then saw him like just chilling on top of a table, bro. And the FOV is like the massive thing. Cold War has it. Maybe it's, they probably weren't thinking about it. I don't know why they wouldn't be. I'm sure FOV is in the older games. So, I mean, there's no excuse for it not to be in the game.
Yeah,
but
100%.
Vanguard has to have it. It has to be on console. And there just needs to be some serious change. My problem, though, with some of those professionals, I think, Dom, you mentioned it a few months ago, is the fact that they're lobbies, bro. What are those lobbies? They're trash, bro. They're garbage. Hey, none of those kids are good. They're literally dodging bullets,
that's
bro.
Also,
like, what is this, bro? Matrix?
That's also something I kind of forgot about. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Those dudes are trash, bro.
I had to actually talk about the lobbies, too, because the lobbies, that's what makes the difference in gameplay as well, guys. I mean, let's be honest. Why are me, Weston, Royce, and Victor with a .32 KD, no offense, Royce with a .80, me with a 1.0, and Weston with like a 1.3, 1.4. Why are we getting in the lobbies with 3.0 KDs?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, we aren't good. Like, here. Whoops. Sorry. We are good amongst ourselves. We aren't good compared to these pros, and we're getting put into harder lobbies. It's just so broken, man.
Give me those professional lobbies. Some of those streamers' professional lobbies, bro. I'm telling you, I'd have 10 wins by the end of the month, bro. Probably more, if I'm being honest, because those dudes are bro. These pros are literally dodging bullets, bro. I swear.
And some of them are using a VPN, which basically means they are relocating to another country that has less people.
Yeah, you go to like India or something, or like China, and then you get these like doo-doo players who literally just installed the game yesterday.
They don't go to China or India, okay? Because those are bigger than the United States. They go to Lebanon, okay? Lebanese servers. Oh, yeah. Where that is, I believe it's in France. Hold up. Here.
Lebanon?
Oh, no, never mind. It's in the Middle East. I'm sorry.
Middle East.
Jesus. It's in the Middle East. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're war-torn countries. That's where people are going for their servers nowadays. And then you have people who go to Russian servers, and Russian servers are, pretty easy as well for these pros. So, 100%.
Right.
Weston, you can speak a little more on this because you do watch these streamers more than me and Royce. So, what is your opinion?
And I'm going to pull up the stats as well.
Yeah.
Just to prove my point.
So, I actually found this video of them exposing the streamers. They have like this, $150, $160 router that, it's like a built-in VPN. And it gives you some pretty low ping. It relocates them to some random countries in the Middle East or whatever, where those players aren't that good at all. Where those players are at 120 ping, and then they're just there, dodging bullets, running circles on them, which
and I've seen that video you showed me. The no lag, I think it was called.
Yeah, no lag VPN.
Mm-hmm.
I actually started running circles on some guy like a few days ago. He wasn't hitting me because he was probably, one of those rare occasions where some player from a different country gets into the lobby. They have like high ping and they're not good at the game. But yeah, these pros are just getting in lobbies with these really bad plebs
Yeah.
and then just dropping like 20 bombs and like 30 bombs and stuff
We are
and
better than
dropping these
these
records.
players in their lobbies, except he can never show it. Like, that's the issue, right?
Exactly.
Is
Here,
we
I'm
can
the
never get
best
enough
example of
kills
that.
to show that we are pretty decent at the game if we spend time on it. Like, nah, fam.
Yeah. No, here, I think I'm the best example of that. I've been playing Warzone since it first came out, and I still don't have a win. I play on 0.68 KD lobbies, but for some reason, I'm coming up against like Weston's lobbies, like 1 point something, 3 point something guys. Here, just to prove my point, I have over 181 top 25s, 56 top 10s, and 25 top 5s. How have I not gotten a win out of all of them? Now, here, granted, some of those times I choked on like that's my fault. Like there was one time where I got too trigger happy and I
Literally, we
started
were
shooting at a
right
guy and
there,
he
Royce,
saw me
on the
and jumped.
cusp, bro. We
Right,
were
right.
there.
So the fact that for some reason on other games where I'm doing much better than that one game where I barely messed up, and for some reason I still can't get a win. As I said, I have 181 top 25s, 56 top 10s, and 25 top 5s. And for some reason, I'm coming up against, with the 0.68 KD, and I'm coming up against dudes with 3 point something KDs makes no sense. Like, obviously, you get like those trash cans who are like clueless and stuff, and then you get a couple kills real quick. Then you make it towards the end, top 10. It's always that airport circle for some reason, and then you get beamed by a dude who's chilling on top of the of airport, or some 3 point something KD who immediately sees you and like, just beams you real quick. But I don't get it. How does the matchmaking even work in this game? But then you see the professionals who got these sick $1,000 no $10 a month VPNs and $1,000 routers and whatnot, and they're coming up against 0.68 KDs for some reason and just destroying the entire lobby by slide canceling all over the map.
See,
Like, bro, come on.
here. Last thing I'll say on this is this, okay? I don't like that fact where you have players who are significantly better than us, okay? Like, literally, we are nobody compared to these pros, period. Like, we are honestly, now granted, maybe not Weston so much, but me, Royce, and Victor are casual players, okay? So we play the game because, I mean, hey, it's something to do, right? He don't really care about the meta. He don't really care about, properly, setting up our loadouts and stuff like that, because that shouldn't be the case in any game, is having to go a specific route like the DMR route or like the AMAX route, even though I love the AMAX. But see, when you put metas and stuff like that into a game like that, where we are just trying to play to have fun, that's when everything starts to go downhill. Especially when you don't put us in proper lobbies with players we are, similar KDs to. Now, granted, it may have been my fault because I play on PC, right? Maybe it's, something to do with when you're playing on PC. But no, that's not true. Because all these pros play on PC with the controller. And they get the advantages of a PC player, but they also get the advantage of a controller player because they can use their controller. Trust me, I've done it multiple times over, where you can use your controller and change your FOV sliders because you're on PC. Literally, guys, I can't tell you how many times me, Weston, and Royce are playing, or just me and Weston for that matter. He doesn't see somebody on his screen. Like, he literally can't see someone who I can see on his left side of his screen. Like, hey, Weston, there's someone on the left. Where? He has to turn his whole body around to look in that direction. Otherwise, I'm literally looking and seeing the guy and literally shooting at him because I'm not trying to let my brother get killed, basically, because I can see something he can't see. And that's the issue. That's the issue with these games, right? Is once you start incorporating PC, then it's where everything starts to go downhill, which me and Royce talked about on the eFootball one. Once you start putting PC into everything, it's just like, fam, like, they can buy mods, they can buy cheats, they can buy hacks. Now, granted, yes, there are controller mods, but the controller mods aren't as effective as, actual glitches and hacks, okay? Like, you can say what you want about the controller mods. They aren't that good, okay? Like, they aren't professional good. Now, some of them may be close to it, but they just don't live up to par. And even then, if you use that controller mod or anything like that, they will call you a hacker. Like, see, so that's why, in my opinion, even though I know it's all for the money and everything like that, why can't we just play the game normally? Like, why can't we just not put money, like, crazy money on FIFA or eFootball or Warzone or Apex, which is never going to happen? Because now that it's happened, it's just like, that's why you have professional players who are blending with the casual players now. You know what I mean? It just sucks,
Yeah,
man.
and it's super annoying too, because there's just certain players that deserve more wins than those professionals who are literally just spending money just so they can get better. Like, when you talk about pay to win in Warzone, pay to win's not even in the game exactly. It's outside of the game. It's literally strike pack. Well, strike packs is, like Dom said,
Like I said,
it gives you
here,
somewhat of an advantage, but it takes skill to get used to.
that's
In a
it,
sense.
bro. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah,
Eh,
you got to get used to the strike pack. But besides that, it doesn't take skill to get used to buy VPNs unless you want to. I saved money, therefore that's a skill. Nah, the pay to win in Warzone's outside of the game. If you buy VPNs and routers and what, just so you can get easy lobbies, bro. Like, that's the pay to win in Warzone, literally. It's super frustrating that dudes are literally paying thousands of dollars just so they can look good at the game when they secretly aren't.
Yeah, 100%. And last but not least, we will have Weston say anything else he wants to say about the game, because here. He's literally the only one out of all of us who continues to play it. So, what would you like to say, Wes? And I'll wrap it up there.
No, in the end, Warzone is in a fallen state. I'm contemplating not playing it anymore. It's depressing, and yeah, I just don't know how to feel about the game anymore.
My recommendation for anybody who feels that way, right? Who's extremely conflicting, like, I don't know if I should play this, I don't know if I should. Hey, okay, let me say this. Royce knows this about me. Trust me, I did it with FIFA and I got burnt out. But here's the thing, okay? For your own mental health, if you're getting on and raging, it's not worth it. If you're getting on and complaining, it's not worth it. It's guys, like, think about what we're talking about. I play Assassin's Creed Valhalla and never rage because it's a story mode game that I sit there and play. Now, not everyone's like me who plays story mode games, but at the end of the day, for my mental sanity, right? For my mental stake, that's what I do. Is I play things that won't make me rage or anything like that. Now, yes, do I die in Assassin's Creed sometimes? Yes, very rarely though. But yes, I do. But at the end of the day, I don't sit there and be like, oh, this game sucks. No, I play it because I enjoy it. And the same thing with any other game you enjoy. If you enjoy a game, trust me, play the game. Okay? Play the game. But if you start getting to the point where Weston's at, right? Granted, yes, he's played all this time. He's had a previous account, okay? He's had a previous account that ended up getting hacked and taken away, okay? And he still continues to play this game. You know what I mean? Like, see,
like the security system in with Call of Duty is really bad.
Yes. Except at the end of the day, right? It's something that we enjoy until we don't enjoy it anymore, okay? Regardless of if he had to start a new account or not. It doesn't matter. He still plays it. Like, at the end of the day, he's still playing the game. So, my thing is this. If you don't enjoy the game, you don't know how to feel about it, don't play it. Don't do it. Trust me, it's a waste of time. But see, I understand from Weston's perspective, though, as well, why he plays it. because there's nothing else to play. There's nothing. And that's the issue with where we're at in gaming. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to play. He plays Warzone, plays Apex because he doesn't have a choice at this point. And that's what's sad about where we're at in gaming right now. But trust me, once the fall season hits, bro, all these games are going to come out like crazy, okay? And then you'll have something else to play. But in my personal opinion, if any of you all are feeling the way Weston is, like, you could hear it in his voice. I mean, he's just tired. He's tired of the game. I'm not so much tired of it because I don't even play it. So, so, yeah. But, yeah, get to the point where you play games you enjoy. And if you don't have a choice, try to find something else to make that choice for you. Like, story mode games, Wes. You know, something that's not going to get you to that rage-inducing point where you're arguing with people. You know what I mean? Because that's not gaming, bro. Like, I'm sorry. That's just boring. Like, that's just really depressing, is playing with people you don't know and they start arguing with you because you died and you didn't buy them back, and then it's just a constant cycle of emotions, and then you get depressed because it's just like, oh, damn, I let the team down even though I don't know these guys. Okay? But I'll leave it at that. Thank you all for listening to this long recording. Once again, another hour. I mean, at the end of the day, we are getting our opinions out there because we want you all to know, hey, here's how we feel about gaming right now. And that's another reason why I'm not playing anything on stream or anything like that. Not only do I not have time, but it's just like I don't have anything to play. You know? Now, granted, I could go back to Rocket League, but Rocket League, even that, that makes me rage, okay? So at the end of the day, no thank you,
That's a story for another day.
No thank you. Oh, yeah, trust me. We'll be talking about Rocket League and all that as well, and Apex, all these other games. But at the end of the day, we are here, you know? It's me, it's Royce, it's Weston. All of us are going to find something else, you know, to do, find something else to play, and hope to stream it for you guys. But, yeah. Yeah, please check out Weston's YouTube channel. His channel is going to be linked down below, as well as Royce's YouTube channel as well. His channel is going to be linked at the top of the description as well with Weston's. Go ahead and subscribe to them. I know my audience. I know my audience is appreciative of my family, so I will go ahead and subscribe to those two gentlemen. They will be producing more content soon, guys. It's just a dead zone right now. It's just dead. It's just nothing to really stream, nothing to really play, because all the games right now are just dead, and we are just, you know, tired of scrolling through the PlayStation Store or scrolling through Xbox Game Pass trying to figure out what we want to do next, okay? So, yeah. I'll leave it at that. If you guys have any last words, we'll end it there.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, guys, yeah, if you ever feel like how Weston's feeling right now, like Dom said, and like I say too all the time, just uninstall the game. Like, just uninstall the game, figure out something else to play. Like I said, Warzone isn't like FIFA where you can't just say, oh, this game was trash, let me go play another one. No, you just can't, because all the game modes are practically the same. So honestly, just uninstall the game if you're feeling like that. Like, that's the only thing I'll say, because I'm telling you, it's been so much better playing games that I actually want to play, grinding out games that I haven't got to grind out yet. For the past 4 weeks, not playing it, it's just been great. So that's all I have to say.
Okay.
I'd really recommend story mode games, because they keep you busy.
Oh yeah,
for a
bro,
while,
100%.
It's not repetitive.
100%.
Yeah, figure out what you like to play.
Yeah.
Like, for me, that's sports games. So I'll play certain sports games like 2K, WWE, FIFA. Those are the games that I like to play. Weston, he's story mode and battle royales and shooters, and Dom, story mode. Mostly story mode, for you.
Strictly because,
and then FIFA,
right?
Every now and then.
Yeah, strictly because, like, here, when you don't have time anymore to play all these games and just grind out a game, play, it's just like, I mean, why am I going to put my time and effort into something that I'm not going to be playing as often? Granted, I still have Warzone installed on my desktop, but that's only because I don't need the space. You know what I mean? That's just going to sit there, because if they do come out with the Vanguard and it's good and all that, then I can open Warzone back up and just play it whenever I want. You know what I mean? But I understand with console players especially, there's not a lot you can do with Warzone, because if you don't play it, it's a hindrance to your storage drive. If you do play it, it's still a hindrance to your storage drive, but that's all you play. You know what I mean? So yeah. like Royce talked about, like Weston talked about, have fun with your games. Please stop stressing about a video game. Guys, wake up. It's 2021. It's a video game. It's just a game, as people like to tell me in the past, who told me in the past. It's just a game, dog. It's just a game. Yeah, it's just a game. And at the end of the day, why am I going to put my time and efforts into something like that is going to stress me out and make me bring that attitude into work? Like, at the end of the day, I can't afford that. You know what I mean? I literally, and I'm not even making money off these games, so why am I taking it serious in the first place? I mean, let's be honest now, okay? Unless you're a professional gamer, a professional person who plays this game for a living, who's making money off of it, please stop stressing. Please, like, try to play something you enjoy instead of playing something you stress out after. Even though you may think you're good or are good at the game, at the end of the day, it's just not worth your stress, because most people who stress a lot, especially at a young age, have gray hairs in their mid-20s. So I'm not trying to go that route of gray hair at 25 and be like, it's because of all that stressing I did. Yeah, no. So thank you all for listening. Go ahead, follow these two guys in the description box down below. They will be posting content soon. It's just a drought right now. Trust me, my channel, a lot of people have been asking, well, Don, where's the videos? 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 Yeah, I get it. But at the end of the day, there's nothing to do right now. So that's why we're talking about games right now. 1 hour in. None of these are going to be edited, honestly, because, see, we want to make sure it's as authentic as possible. And it's something to just listen to. It's like a Dominic Reed's, except it's our own content. And that's what I like about it. So at the end of the day, not sure what I am going to call this series, but I mean, I'm sure someone is going to let me know in the comment section down below what a good idea for it would be. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for listening, obviously. Yeah, we will see what else happens. Obviously, we will be talking about Rocket League in the future. We will be talking about Apex, all these other games. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's just something to listen to while you're doing other things, while you're gaming, while you're, walking around the house, while you're cleaning, while you're cooking. It's not something that is going to be a visual thing, because, I mean, if we're being honest, and if you all don't know my history, I used to record books on my YouTube channel until it got taken down. So this is kind of a relief for me, at least, having conversations with my brothers and everything like that about games that I enjoy and not enjoy sometimes. And we'll just have to see how it takes off. If it takes off, we're definitely going to continue the series, and we will be recording anyway. I mean, at the end of the day, when you're just having an authentic conversation, it should be recorded. As long as everyone knows they're being recorded, you know what I mean? So, yeah, guys, appreciate you all for listening. If you enjoyed, here's what I'm going to do. Weston, in this last saying, okay, for the people who listened all the way through 1 hour and 7 minutes through, okay, what should be the key word they put in the comment section so that we know they listened all the way through? What is a key word or phrase you would like them to say in the comment section for those who listened all the way through?
I want to make it Warzone is washed.
Okay, great. Perfect. Warzone is washed. If you've heard it, not a hashtag or anything like that. No, just Warzone is IS, and then washed, as many of you already know how to spell that. So thank you for listening, and hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay? Peace.
Take care.
Peace.